So our manager, Joey, he subscribed to our podcast, Ryan and I's manager.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey, if you're listening. Keep your eyes on the road, Joey.
And you're
Keep
probably
your eyes on the road, Joey.
Need to comp a lot of things tonight.
So, Dad, so basically, he subscribes to our podcast. So when he gets done listening to the podcast that he listens to on Mondays, our podcast comes up next, and he's always like, "Who the fuck is talking?"
Could
right
you
now?
imagine hearing Jeremy
what is
just
going on? Like, I just
audibly
automatically
inject yourself
come
into the
on
car?
into your car while you're driving.
That make me want to
And
crash.
he came in the other day and he's like, "Let's start the show late 3." And that was literally the last intro. So I was like, okay, he's at least hearing. Joey, if you're out there listening,
Keep your eyes on the
road,
goddamn
Joey.
road.
We need you here, man. God, they call us the Breeze guys. It's episode 96. Growing ever closer to that 100 spot. And there's really only one way to do it.
Is
So
there?
let's get to it, shall we, boys?
Let's
Got a
do
big
it.
show, so let's go.
Let's go.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another edition of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage here on a beautiful Thursday afternoon, 2 p.m. This one for, I believe, the 25th of May, if I'm not mistaken. A hot new bedtime of 3 p.m. will be next week. Dad's going to unretire. Dad's coming out of retirement, much like Tom Brady, much like, anybody. Yeah.
What is your sand worth that you sold online, sir?
So Dad is coming out of retirement starting next week, and we will be starting the show at 3 p.m. Going forward for at least 8-9 weeks, and we'll see what happens from there. But I like this. We're going to get back to the We're going to get back to the where we once belonged, the original days when Dad used to get home from work before he retired, and he only had a chance to have 1 or 2 beers before we even started. Now he's very sober today, because what do you got to do after the show today?
We got a Uber mother over to
Co-producer Teresa. Yep, over to the airport.
Are you
St. Pete,
you're
Clearwater.
driving her?
Yes.
Good luck.
Good. Oh, man.
It sucks over there, man.
Especially around that
Still,
time. That
there's
time
a
of
new
day.
there's a new cell phone parking
That
lot
time of day,
is
though,
out
too.
there.
Oh God,
Wow.
I do
6.
not envy you, my friend.
But you know what? If you do get in an accident,
We're leaving here
there's
at 6.
Morgan to Morgan, or
And
there's Culpeper and
811
Curlin.
or make sure you dial 811 pain.
Call Gary.
Yep, call Gary. Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. Make sure you guys are calling Gary. And also make sure you guys are out there subscribing to the YouTube channel. Go to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube. Subscribe. Ring that little bell so you get notifications when we come on live. Got lots of stuff coming up for you. Ryan, I was doing some investigating, and we're probably going to start the .com soon. Okay? We're not going to tell you the .com because we don't want you to buy it up from us. But we're going to start the
Not gonna
.com
make
soon.
that Silicon Valley mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Idiots.
And might have some extra merch and stuff out there for you guys to buy soon. So stay tuned for that shit. But also stay tuned tonight because, like I said, this is episode 96. Hey, guys, what's 96 backwards?
69, dude.
That's right. But we have a huge show. I told Ryan yesterday, I was like, I don't even know if we're going to get to everything tonight. I think at least 2 of these things are falling off the board tonight. But you never know. I have a board here written. We have a charted path, and we see where it takes us. Tonight, we're going to do Bre'llionaire. Tonight, we're also going to talk a little bit about AirPods and going deaf. We were supposed to talk about that's a prime example. We were supposed to talk about this last week, and we didn't get to it. So we're going to talk about it this week. Ryan, I teased you a little bit with a little bit of a Jack Kerouac article that I had been reading.
Yeah. Well,
Now-
I teased you, and then teased
We were teasing
Jack
each other.
was teasing a lot of people this
We were
past
teasing
week.
each other a little bit on that, and then celebrity birthdays per usual. Pricey foods. I have something, a food item, 2 food items tonight. One costs $700 and one costs $7,000. And whoever the fuck is running that Edger right now? Oh, he's a cop.
He's a cop.
He's a cop. So
Don't worry
no,
about
that's fine.
that.
That's fine.
Call the police on him.
No, that's good. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just out here doing our civic duty, neighborhood watch. Yes, sir. All right.
Gotcha.
Okay, guys. Well, like I said, this is They Call Us a Breeze. Only one way to do it. Let's
Let's
get
do
to
it. Go.
First up tonight.
Bet update.
Yeah, we got a little bit of an update on the bet we made last
Throw
week.
your money
okay?
in right now, friend.
Yeah, well, my money's already gone. my $5 is already gone. We made a bet last week with each other, a little gentleman's bet, a little $5 in the kitty over the NHL playoffs. And Dad said, hockey's over. If the Lightning aren't in the playoffs anymore, it's over. Well, you know what?
I say nay.
Hockey's still not over for me. I've been watching a little bit. So we made a gentleman's bet last week, and we each put $5 in the kitty. We wanted to decide who was going to win the Eastern Western, and then who might win that cup and take it all. And we put our dicks on the table. We put it all on the line. Dad is probably the only one at this point who might win that bet. Because here's what's I'm already out. I'm out as of last night. I said the Canes versus the Stars, and the Canes would win it all. Now, mind you, I want the Panthers to win it all, but I was just trying to put my money where I thought my money should go. And Dad, you've been there before, like you've bet against the Bucks before when you were doing your football pools. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to go with your gut and realize what's going to make me money versus what do I want.
And I went with the Panthers only because they always bust our ass.
So Dad went Panthers winning it all.
Not that I like them. I hate those stinking Panthers.
I hate them too.
But they beat our ass regularly.
It's true. And so Dad went Panthers winning it all. But Dad went Panthers beating Carolina, and Dad went Vegas Golden Knights beating Dallas Stars, and then Panthers taking it all. Dad, I think you got it on this one. Time will tell. I will update you guys. Now, Ryan.
So who's in there? The Panthers?
I'm still in there.
Well,
they're in the final, right?
Ryan's still in because Ryan said.
Are they to the final Stanley Cup?
Let me update you and our listeners. So as of right now, as of last night, I'm out because, like I said, Canes win it all versus Dallas.
I'm not sure you're a part of it either.
Florida has officially swept the Canes 4 games straight as of last night, so the Canes are out. So my bet, my $5 is done. I can't win anymore. Ryan still has a sliver of hope, and tonight will be the deciding factor. Maybe not, but could be the deciding factor at about 8 p.m. Ryan said the Stars versus the Panthers. Stars win it all. Well, Vegas Golden Knights are up 3-0 right now. So they're playing again tonight. So if Vegas does exactly what they've been doing for the last 3 games.
So it'll be Vegas and Panthers.
It's going to be Vegas and Panthers, just like you called it. And then if the Panthers take it, my friend, you win the $5 or the $15, I should say, or 10. So, yeah. So, Ryan,
don't spend it all on one
Ryan,
place,
how do you feel about your chances of Dallas coming back from a 3-0 deficit?
I feel like they're going to get swept tonight. I feel like it's one of those weird things, one of those weird axes that the NHL playoffs is on. That's not going to happen for the next 50 years.
It's weird as shit that I think East and West are going to be sweeps.
The finals, the conference finals are going to be swept. I think.
Both of them.
Yeah,
both of them. Yeah. That's insane. That doesn't happen.
But also, I mean, last time that.
Well, 2 nights ago,
I was. Next time that a Florida team, the Panthers are in the cup.
Okay. All right. Hypothetically,
next year, if there's no Florida team, then when's the next time that there's going to be a Florida team at least in the finals for the next 4 years?
Well, if you want to talk about the Lightning, I don't think the Lightning
teams
are
have
going to
been
be
showing up. And we can't even be the worst, the most opposite from the birthplace of the sport. Yeah, no,
we're
kind of.
That's
awesome.
obvious. We're most southern.
We have
from
a
where
good
the sport
front
originated.
office. We have good coaching, but
Dad just did.
Our guys are on the down.
Well, they're all getting old.
Exactly,
and
it's cycles, baby.
And they're all willing to take less, so that covers our salary cap for the most part. But there's going to be a time where we're going to need to spend some money on some new kid that comes in, Steven Stamkos. I don't know. I don't want to get into next year.
It's like who's faster, a guy that's 25 or 35.
That should be pretty obvious. Yeah.
You know what? Jeff Vinnick's going to sell the whole team next year. Go! He's a pretty aggressive owner for washing machine.
Kyle Dubois is out, or Dubois. He's fucking out. Maple Leafs GM, the one who was getting so animated over all their wins and losses.
Young guy, right?
Yeah, he's pretty young.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like Matt Walsh, actually. But a young guy, and he was getting real animated up in the booth during their series.
Matt Walsh forever to me will be Ginger Matt Walsh. It's not going to be the guy that looks like he bullied a bunch of people in high school or got bullied, and then
Matt Walsh does not look like he bullied people in high school.
Well, he kind of looks like he's very put together and a person that
He's just a run-of-the-mill dude. But anyway, we won't get into that. But yeah, so Dad, as it stands out there in listener land, Dad looks to make himself $10 on this bet. We got a phone ring. We're going to have to wait till the break on that one, big
Pentagon.
dog. Yep, we got the red phone ring, and someone doesn't like what we said out there. But,
Damn it.
Speaking of
We're only one segment in.
Barely. I was just about to say.
Certainly it's not Mom. She knows that we're on the air.
Just
She's
about
in
to
the
say,
cell phone parking
speaking of saying stuff people don't like, we're not going to get Polly charged on this next segment, but I do have to bring it up. We all know about the Bud Light thing. And actually, I was working with a kid yesterday, and he was like, I have no idea. What are you talking about? I was like, you have no idea? And I kind of spelled it out for him in layman's terms as quickly as I can. He's like, oh, I don't give a shit about that. I just drink what I want to drink. I'm like, yes, I understand that. But what you need to understand is that that's not what's happening right now in the world. The famous Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light scandal that's swept the nation. And plenty of people, Bud Light's stock has gone down. Well, Anheuser-Busch in general, their stock has gone down their sales have gone down about 28%. Because of that stunt, the Bud Light stunt, and I have no real preference. Not going to get Polly charged, but these are the facts. Okay, Bud Light chose to endorse and have in reverse endorsed by a transgender man as a female, Dylan Mulvaney. We've all heard the story. Blah blah blah. We've seen the TikTok clips of how people go into Dodger Stadium or wherever, and there's not a single person in line for the Bud Light stands. People are taking some sort of a stance against this, saying just leave our brands alone, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, not going to get into it. But as we move further into the saga, there is now Bud Light is now offering, or Anheuser-Busch, now offering to buy a lot of the close to expired Bud Lights that have been sitting on shelves from a lot of the retailers because they're not selling it. And Bud Light realizes and understands the partnership and are like, they're now offering to buy back all these almost expired cases of Bud Light. And now we know the born on date. I mean, you usually get about a year with that, right? Year and a half run.
Oh, shelf life. Yeah. I wonder if it was a new person in marketing that, without getting into the weeds, suggested a certain, different avenue to take, and they're like, whoa, now we have to fire that person or at least have a talking to. But maybe that person that suggested it is part of that
in what I've seen,
can't have a talking to them.
In what I've seen, again, like we're trying to tiptoe around this a little bit.
No blame to be
which
put
is
on
bullshit.
Anybody anymore.
It's kind of bullshit that we have to tiptoe around this in the first place. But everybody's got to tiptoe around what they say and blah blah blah. My main point is you've got the Bud Light, they did this. They alienated a lot of their consumer base. Because when you think of Bud Light, what do you think of? I think of frat boys.
Baby.
I think of frat boys, or I think of farmers. I just think of people who don't give a shit.
You think of people that like
blue collar people.
Yeah,
the Budweiser, the Michelob, or the whatever brand, but thinking that they're going to cut back on carbs, so they'll just go with the Bud Light
a little bit. Yeah, so, lose a little calorie in there.
And that niche that they decided to back is like probably 0.5% of their beer sales in the first place.
I would say maybe 18% of their beer sales.
Well, if anything,
no, come on, think about
if
this.
you're marketing, you would want to
worldwide. That little niche is probably
how many trans people do you know?
Exactly. That
one.
None.
I know.
So there you go.
I know one.
We know the same.
You're gonna alienate 98% of your sales market for a 1% of somebody that you're trying to help. That is a marketing genius. Yeah. We should really promote you up the ladder.
This is what they should have done in their whole brand of portfolios that Anheuser-Busch has. Their whole brand of portfolios of beers, of seltzers, of fucking.
I will not drink Bud Light even before this happened because it gives me a headache. But go on.
Right?
Why choose Bud Light to introduce this angle?
Well, it's
use
funny you
one
ask
of your
that.
smaller portfolio brands like
like
Mike's Hard Lemonade
or Natural Light, Natty Daddy.
You own Natty Light.
What about the Natter Days, the ones that have strawberry flavor?
That is not such a big revenue of your pie.
Good point. Hold on, Ryan makes a very good point.
Absolutely.
Test it on the smaller source, and then
Budweiser,
if it goes bellies up, you're not going to lose a lot of money.
Exactly, because at one point, probably 20 years ago,
I'm a smart man.
Budweiser had 50% of the market of the American beer market.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely,
huge.
Absolutely.
Budweiser.
Yeah,
and and if you
they
guys
sold
can
off
remember
like
back, I know you guys are
shit.
younger, but Miller Lite came out with light beer from Miller, and they used all those older retired athletes like
Jesse Jackson.
Well, and what's his name? The guy. He's up front row seats up in the upper deck. He's a broadcaster or whatever for Milwaukee Brewers. Bob Euchre, and then you got all those guys.
Yeah.
So Miller Lite controlled the light beer business.
Right. For a little while, at least in sports, yeah.
Well, then we're going to come up with Bud Light. So then now you got Bud Light and you got Miller Lite, and Bud Light's gaining on Miller Lite, and then it's like,
okay, well,
and to his point, why would you sacrifice all that marketing?
So 2 points. Go back to Ryan real quick. He said use it on a lesser
brand
important
in your portfolio.
So they do Natural Light, I believe.
They do Natty Light. Yep.
So Natty Light released that Natter Days, which is like a strawberry flavored like
That's
seltzer. Like start with that.
If it doesn't,
that's only like 3 years old.
The packaging,
money.
packaging literally looks like a rainbow already.
Yeah,
like just go for that.
Thank you
see how it works out. But then back to the Miller Lite thing. So Bud Light, there's conspiracy theories going around, and we don't know if it's true or not. But they didn't repost it, but before all this happened with Bud Light, Miller Lite did like an all-inclusive advertising campaign maybe 6-8 months ago, and Bud Light kind of bumped the viewership back up, so it might resurface to kind of take some of the heat off them, be like, Miller Lite did it too. Miller Lite did it first. You know what I mean? And now I have known Miller Lite to have produced koozies, swag, all the swag. I've seen thousands of Miller Lite banners that all have rainbow flags on them. Miller Lite's a big beer in the gay community. Like, it really is. Like, literally, I've seen tons of Miller Lite koozies, swag from their brewers, flags with rainbows on them for at least the last 15 years, I want to say. So Miller Lite's been, an advocate of just have fun, and I know I've seen a lot of gay people that drink Miller Lite. Not to say, I'm not trying to get polycharged or anything. I'm just saying Miller Lite's had kind of a corner on this market for a little while. So the fact that Bud Light's trying to scramble and post their shit and be like, look, Miller Lite did it first. Well, Miller Lite did it the right way back in the day, and they've been doing it,
If I was Miller Lite's marketing director and I saw Bud Light just put that out 2 months ago and now I'm getting a bunch of backlash, I would absolutely say go forward with it. 2 reasons why. Scale down with it. Scale down with how much we want to promote.
Yeah.
But now we have the conversation out there because Bud Light started it. Now we have the LGBTQ community that probably wants to show their voice a little bit more.
LGBTQ plus. Thank you very much, Ryan.
That wants to show them. So maybe they're going to be like, all right, I'm going to buy Miller now. Fuck Bud Light, but we're here. Like, you just can't take, now that you introduced the concept of branding on the beer, you just can't take it off the table now it's out there. So Miller Lite can come up and clean up a little bit of the share. So it's like, it's
either way, Bud Light, the newest news is they are offering to buy back all of the close to expired Bud Light from
all
distributors.
You people in the Bible
and
Belt,
I read the other day that
you're getting refunded.
I read the other day that there is a chain of grocery stores that exist in Wisconsin that are literally putting 20 packs of Bud and Bud Light up for sale for $14.99, but hidden secret, they're just trying to get rid of it. When they scan the barcode for the Bud Light, it comes up $0. They're giving away free beer to get it out of their store.
Yeah, but Bud Light also, I heard, is sending in a celebration team for every store, so that's going to cost them even more money.
And I mean, take it for what you will. We are not on one side or the other here at the Breeze. We're not polycharged. That's just the news. If you got a bunch of Bud Light sitting around your house and you ain't drank it and it's about to go expired, maybe hit Bud Light up, see if they'll buy it back from you.
Or send it to us.
Yeah, or just, beer's beer. Yep. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick little break. That's the end of the polycharge in this segment, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with Celebrity Birthdays. What do you guys say?
See ya.
Let's do it. We'll be back.
Send it to Kid Rock. That's what you do when you have a show in the residential area.
That does sound good.
Hey guys, welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. This one for Thursday, May 25th. Nice 3 p.m. start, 2 p.m. start we did today. But next week, 3 p.m. start. So make sure you're out there tuning in for that.
We're going to fall forward.
Exactly. We are now the deciders of daylight savings time. And so we are now bumping it up to 3 p.m. starting next week. So if you'd like to watch live and you are subscribed out there to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube and you ring that little bell for the notifications,
ding, ding, ding,
you're gonna understand that we're coming on at 3 next week. Good stuff so far. We got a little polycharge in the last segment, but we're not going to do that all the time. That's not something we do. We're just beer advocates. We love beer, and whenever
we just see politics get involved with our beer.
Yeah, leave politics out of our fucking beer.
You know, I get the roads, I get the school systems.
Throw a roofie in there
but
every
beer?
once in a while,
No.
but leave out the politics. You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna put somebody's face on it, put Bill Murray's face on it.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk right now.
Yeah, exactly. But guys,
Let's get drunk.
Power Swig. Hey, Power Swig. Here we go.
Dude, you have to watch Game Night. Oh my gosh, baby, that's not Denzel. You think that's Denzel? But that's not Denzel.
No talking during Power Swig.
You want Denzel? He's right here.
That's right, guys. And for every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. So tell your friends. And if they can't make it to the party on Thursdays, they can always listen to us Monday, wherever you get your podcast drip. And we're just out here having a fucking good time. It's time for celebrity birthdays. Now, last week, Dad won the round 4-3, which means they both got a double bubble. But Dad's up first tonight, so he has 3 opportunities to answer first. Celebrity birthdays, whoever gets closest or right on gets either 1 point or 2 points, respectively. And it's time to go. Dad is down 15. He was down 16 last week, so let's go. Here we go. Celebrity birthdays. Let's go, guys.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! Your birthday! Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you.
That is right. This one for May 25th, Thursday. Celebrity birthdays today. Dad is up first, like I said, and down 15 points, but he's feeling good. He's tapping on his fucking arms of his chair.
He's feeling good.
He's got some energy. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. We're going to start with Dad first. Ryan, avert your eyes, you pervert. First birthday we have up for you tonight. He's not worthy.
We're not worthy.
He is a brilliant comedian. He was on Saturday Night Live, late 80s, early 90s. He's done everything from Duck Bears to
Mike Myers, baby.
A very happy birthday goes out to Mr. Mike Myers.
Ooh, 54.
Dad's going to say 54.
That's a good guess. And I've heard that he's been coming out with a new Austin Powers soon.
Yeah, I think so. I think he will be.
Which is going to be fantastic. 57.
Ryan is way closer. He is 60 today. Ooh. Happy birthday, Mr. Mike Myers. I know we downplayed that one a little bit, but we love you, Mike. So I Married an Axe Murderer is one of my favorite movies of all time. Okay, here we go. Next birthday we have up for you. Ryan's up first on this one. Don't say I'll be back, because you won't be back. He's the horror movie buff in the first 3 Screams, I believe, until he finally meets his demise. He had a sort of reality type show. He tried to do like a Punk'd after Ashton Kutcher did it, where it was the X Experiment. But a very happy birthday still goes out to Mr. Jamie Kennedy.
Jamie Kennedy.
Happy birthday, Jamie Kennedy. Ryan is up first.
Blink, blink. Try to make me think. Go to the sink. Throw up. Clean it up with
You doing deaf poetry right now, dude?
That's damn. What is when he plays a gangster?
Quit looking at the screen. Avert your eyes, you pervert. Like I tell you every time.
I know who Jamie Kennedy is, brah.
Yeah, but you can't look at what he looks like nowadays.
He's probably like, I would say 52.
Dad.
I don't know who he is, I don't think.
He was in remember the Scream movie? The first one, second one, and third one with the ghost face and the black robe where the guy stabbed people? I dressed up like him for Halloween. back in the day. Talking middle school. So he played a high schooler when I was in middle school, but you know how that goes. High schoolers, they're usually older.
Cast a little bit, yeah.
So when I was in middle school, he played a high schooler. Ryan said
64.
Ryan said what? 52? Mm-hmm. Ryan's way closer, almost on the double bubble. He is 53. Jamie Kennedy. No more looking,
Did
Ryan.
you get that spleen when I put that spleen in your mailbox? Did you get that spleen?
All right, next birthday we have up for you tonight. He is an official sir by way of Queen Elizabeth, I believe, right? She was the one who did knighthood and determined if people were sirs, like Sir Paul McCartney.
For the past 20
Paul
years.
McCartney,
basically.
Elton John. But a very happy birthday goes out to, I believe it's Gandalf? I don't know. But he's also in Harry Potter. I don't know. All I know is he played Magneto in the first and second X-Men movie that ever came out. Very happy birthday goes out to Sir Ian McKellen. That'll be up
70.
first. 70.
I was going to say 64, but 68.
Dad's going to get it way under both of you. He is 84 today, Ian McKellen. So Dad gets the point there.
Is he the guy with the long hair and the beard?
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah,
He looks like a wizard.
shall not
He looks like a
yeah,
wizard.
yeah.
Yeah. Ian McKellen, but he was also...
How old is he?
He's 84 today.
Well, that's probably about right because
Yeah.
all the
Damn.
pictures I've ever seen of him,
Old as shit.
it looks like he's in his 70s.
He looks like Father Time.
Yes.
If you had to picture Father Time in a movie, it would be Ian McKellen. But happy birthday goes out to you. Ryan's up on this next one. Off-brand comic. Did some stand-ups. A little bit older stand-ups. Maybe kind of when I was in high school. Maybe a little bit after high school. Likes to draw a lot of stuff on paper, on stage. He's just a cerebral comic. Very funny. He also had his own show on Comedy Central. And then he also starred in a movie called Taking Woodstock.
I know.
A very happy birthday goes out to Mr. Dimitri Martin. And Ryan is up first.
Is he a black guy?
No. Probably a Jewish kid, I believe, the way he looks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was wrong, but I'm just saying, I think so. But Ryan's up
He's
first.
probably like 40.
40.
44.
Dad's closer. He's 50 today.
Oh.
Very funny guy. Very dry. Like I said, kind of cerebral comedy. Makes you think. Comes up with smart jokes. Very funny guy. Go watch his specials. It's a good time. And then he does some drawing. And he does some acoustic guitar playing and harmonica playing at the same time. But his songs are very lackluster as he designs them to be. And pretty funny. All right. Last birthday we have up for it. Blowing through these birthdays tonight, guys. Dad's up first. All right. Super Troopers. He was in a movie very recently called Quasi that Ryan and I tried to watch, and we just didn't like it.
Try to watch it again, too.
But
Turn it
if
off.
you've ever seen Super Troopers, he's like the fat guy, the funny guy, Farva. I don't want a fucking large Farva. I want a goddamn liter of cola. We don't have liter of cola here. Well, then give me a
Leader's
fucking...
French for give me some fucking cola.
Leader's French for give me some fucking cola. Very happy birthday goes out to Kevin Heffernan.
43.
45.
Ryan's going to get it. He's a double nickel today. 55.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you.
Good sale on that one. Did you see that card? Mm-hmm. Ooh.
It's like up the top of the Eiffel
For
Tower.
out there, if you're not watching, oh, here it comes. It
Never fails.
Here it comes. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail, and when it comes, I want to wail. Mail! All right, he's laughing. He's having a good time.
Yeah, baby!
He's got the AirPods in, but he still heard us, and he's laughing. The mailman. That's a different guy, right?
Oh, yeah. I think they just send a new route person now. Because
He's like, I don't want to be on their podcast. I don't want to be on their pod. I don't want them making fun of me on their podcast. But
also, you should take that coupon for that above ground pool.
I see. I see the above ground pool coupon. I see that something in there for Harbor Freight and Tools. But he's got his AirPods in, but
Sears catalog?
He still was laughing. He heard us. He definitely fucking heard us. Well, guys, that's celebrity birthdays. Great job to both of you. Before we go on to our break, which I'm desperately needing because I desperately want that cigarette.
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit, and I want to smoke a cigarette. But before we go, we have the second segment of this segment, and that second segment is one right now.
My name's Herb Hapley.
Herb Hapley.
Herb Hapley. And what we're doing is what we're doing right now.
Is what we're doing right now. At Pricey Foods, okay? Dad, you like a good burger, right?
I do.
What are you willing to pay for a burger at a restaurant these days? I mean, I'm talking fully loaded. I'm talking caramelized onions, mushrooms, bacon.
I haven't bought one in a restaurant in a while.
Now that he's famous,
I do know that the hamburger that I bought went from $3.99 to $4.99 a pound for the same thing.
Okay, so just ground beef in general.
25%.
So what we used to go into like a McDonald's, maybe buy a cheeseburger for $2. Now it's maybe like $3. You know what I mean?
What's a Big Mac cost? $6, $7?
Nowadays, by itself, without the fries and drink, yeah, you're paying about $6.
Yeah.
What about
Danielle and I go to McDonald's and we're out $5.
Really?
$30.
Because I was curious what a burger, because we always get the small ones over at Five Guys would be.
Yeah, the singles at Five Guys, yeah. No, yeah, and I mean that's still
Probably
getting
$8,
up there about $8. Yeah, exactly.
And
I think their doubles are like 10, 12, either way. So that's your average expected to pay for a burger. Now, what if I got a burger for you that's $700?
Better be some shaved gold on top of that
Does that include the airfare there?
What kind of ostrich egg are they putting on this thing?
They're not putting any ostrich eggs. Good call, Ryan. But they're not putting any caviar or ostrich eggs or anything weird on this burger.
Wagyu beef?
You can get yourself your very own $700 burger, and it is covered in gold. You were right. Yeah. It's literally covered in gold. It costs $700. It weighs 8 ounces, and it's edible in Philadelphia.
Right? You can get one for
at the bottom of the main page
right here on Monday.
You can't fix the
at the very bottom of the main menu at a place called the Drury Beer Garden in Philly. For $700, you can get the gold standard, is what it's called. Now, this is a Wagyu beef burger, Wagyu beef, which is better than just standard, I hope you guys can't hear the fucking lawnmower out there, but it's better than sirloin ground, USDA. We're talking about Wagyu. We're talking about cows. We're talking about cows that are fed beer and massaged regularly. This is what Wagyu means, right?
If that's the case, I will be Wagyu until when I die.
Can I be Wagyu?
Yeah, you were filled beer your whole life, right? And massaged. Well,
I don't like to be touched, but I would like to be
beer
fed
and massage till I die.
So yeah, that's Wagyu. That's
feel
Wagyu.
Feel free to cut me up when I'm no longer have a pulse.
Dude,
I lied because they are using caviar. They're also using fresh black truffle, which, if you know, black truffle costs a little bit of money. It's got a good flavor, a weird flavor, but it's good. They're using also on top.
Wait.
Which is a mushroom in a way.
Like this.
It is.
Next.
A truffle is a mushroom. Yes. Hold on. Yes, a truffle is a mushroom. Absolutely, Dad.
I do read from time to time.
Next part, on top of that burger, you get lobster flambéed with cognac.
Yeah, no.
And now the cognac they use has probably cost a little bit of money. That's why the burger's so expensive.
They're either ruining the burger or the lobster by combining them.
It's topped with, everybody likes a little surf and turf burger every once in a while.
Yeah, separately.
Yeah, but they're going to be
It's topped with aged Irish cheddar, which is probably decreasing.
That sounds good.
Decreasing the value of the burger, I would think.
And probably some local honey.
A little drizzled honey from a local bee farmer. So all in all, that burger experience is going to cost you about $700. And fries are included.
And somebody will pay.
You do get fries with that.
Unlimited, probably.
And a 1 ounce pour of Louis.
Ryan is reading. Yes. So along with your French fries on the side.
That's $120.
Along with your French fries on the side of this burger, you get a 1 ounce pour of Louis the 13th cognac, which fetches about $5,000 per bottle. So you're getting a 1 ounce pour.
Well, there's $150.
That's your
or more.
So I will take the burger if I'm getting the caviar on top and the flambéed lobster. I'm not a big lobster guy anyway, but just for the experience, if you're going to give me that Louis the 13th cognac.
What cook is on the line and he gets that ticket and he's like, Mother.
All
right, stop everything.
Nobody ever orders this. Nobody ever.
So have you guys had a Wagyu beef burger and
Bonefish used to do a Wagyu beef for a while. American Wagyu versus
It depends
Japanese
on what
Wagyu.
you do with that burger. But
So
if you're
there's a
just taking a
difference.
patty, is there a big difference in the way it tastes? Do you know? If you without condiments or any
I will say right now, I've had both.
Taste to taste, sure.
I do not think it warrants a $20 jump in price.
Do you
I
think
don't.
it tastes like eating a filet mignon? Is that what
no.
you're thinking?
I might as well just eat a burger at El Cap. I mean, if the burger's cooked correctly and has the right seasoning on it doesn't fucking matter.
That's what I'm saying. A $15 burger.
Well, and when I buy mine, I go for the 80-20 always. I want 20% fat.
Oh, you
in
want?
that
Yeah,
burger.
I go 70-30 actually.
Do
I
you?
do the green label at Publix. They have
The
the
green Ys or
70-30.
whatever?
Yeah, not the green Ys, but the green. Like they label them yellow, green, and blah blah blah. The Publix brand, not the green Ys, but the regular Publix. They're labeled color wise according to the 70-30, 80-20. You know, blah blah blah.
And the only reason I buy the 80-20, and I used to think the leaner would be better.
No,
but as
you
I'm
want
reading
fat.
and reading
Yeah,
and
no,
reading on
yeah.
these sites on my Smart News or whatever, cooking, kitchen, recipes,
You want
blah, blah,
fat.
blah. They're like, you want at least 80-20. All your chefs will tell you 80-20.
I get 70-30 when you get like the yeah. I go 70-30.
Because you definitely want that fat.
Mm-hmm.
in there.
Absolutely, especially for like a meatloaf or something like that, which I just did the other night, and it was successful once again. But yeah, that's basically how that goes. And if you want a little sweet treat or not so sweet, you know how Japanese are. Their ice cream flavors are just
Japanese.
crazy. Their ice cream flavors might not even be regular ice cream flavors. Their ice cream flavors taste like normal foods. Like they probably have meatloaf flavored ice cream in Japan. They do all sorts of weird shit. But on the topic of expensive food, you can get a single serving of ice cream for in Japan that costs you $6,700 per serving for a scoop. Why?
Exactly.
They assembled some of the world's most rarest ingredients to create an ice cream flavor that costs $6,696. That's a lot of sixes and nines.
69, dudes!
But that includes rare white truffle grown in Alba, Italy, that costs about $69.05 per pound. And then the ice. So we're starting with white truffle. Then we're adding Parmesan Romano cheese. And then sake lease.
That's not even like ice cream.
It's just weird flavors thrown together. Expensive ass flavors. And they're
chilled.
charging almost $7,000 for a scoop of this ice cream. So if you're taking the plane around town and you want to stop over in Philly, grab that burger for $700, and your date's still not satisfied, if she's
Jet
so
over to Japan.
if she's so materialistic, jet on over to Japan and be like, all right, bitch, $700 for a burger wasn't good enough. All right, we're gonna get you a scoop of $7,000 ice cream right now,
Because
and
when
it's
you
gonna
do
taste
that,
like shit.
We're departing Southwest.
And for
No more
nightcap-
PJ, baby.
And for a nightcap or lunch tomorrow, hop on Allegiant Airlines, fly into Dayton, Ohio, and go to Marion's Pizza
So-
and get you a sub
and Skyline Chili
Very
right
quick
out the door.
question, you
There
guys.
you go.
Michelin star, five-star Michelin restaurant. You had to pay $300 for the experience per Would you
seat.
go? Would you do it at least once?
If they had
Would
like
you-
4 courses for me,
And it's like a Michelin. They come out and they like do a presentation for 2 hours. They do a presentation. You're not
I
getting
don't want
filled
a
up.
lecture on what I'm about to eat.
But it's like they'll pop something in front of you. They'll make this whole experience. Would you go $200 a night?
Nope.
I would. Absolutely 100%.
I ain't buying no timeshare. Just bring
Because
on
you
my
don't have to
food.
deal with people. You don't have to deal with wait times. You don't have to deal with anything. You're eating great food and you're out $200 a night.
It's a good date, but if I'm talking about what I really want to eat before we get out of here right now, if I'm
Double
talking
stack
about really,
from
what I really
Wendy's,
want
I
to
know.
eat, I want to eat 2 double stacks from Wendy's in my car with the AC blasting, listening to 970 right before I go into work. That's my perfect meal. All right, guys, we'll be.
Or sitting at Marion's Pizza with
There
a
you go,
pitcher of
ladies and
beer
gentlemen.
right
You
in front
have
of
Remy's
There you go.
last meal.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll be right back with Mike Wants to Be a Bre'llionaire, so don't go anywhere, Dad. You feeling
Be
lucky?
right back. Yes, I am.
All right, Ryan.
I just ordered some Wendy's for you.
right,
so
thank you, bud.
You know what's going to happen.
Sweet.
Dope as fuck.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Bye.
This time next week, we'll be having some Marion's.
Fuck yeah, we will. the joint. I am fully capable of blowing the lid off the joint without you having to tell me so, sir. This is They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Looks like we're about to get a little bit of that rain you were talking about there, Pops.
Yep.
Clouds are getting a little
Yeah,
spooky.
you're like in that kind of like, do I go to the rec pool? Do I not?
No.
Do I go there and then we get rained out? Do I sit there on the hot
if you go to the rec
pavement?
pool right now, he's going to blow that whistle on you about 10 minutes into swimming.
And then you
got
got to burn your feet on that hot ass pavement. So it's a very, very.
That's the weird thing is it's still sunny around here enough to where like it's
It's a touch
Here's
and
how
go
I know.
game.
I leaned my head back to slam the rest of my beer while I was under the coverage of the trim of the house, and the sun hit my face.
Oh.
And I immediately was hot and sweaty.
You did one of those Adventure Island slams.
The
where it's
Adventure
like, wait,
Island
am I in
swam.
the water
Yeah.
park? Am I
Yeah,
drinking still?
What am
I
I
don't know.
doing with my fucking
It's
life?
hot. I'm drunk.
I'll
It's
tell you what
cold.
I'm doing with my fucking life tonight, guys. This is episode 96 of They Call Us the Breeze. Like I said, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. This one for May the 25th. And like I said, make sure you tune in next week. We'll be in at 3 p.m. For at least the next 8-9 weeks. So get your reminders out there. Go subscribe to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube. Set the notifications. Ring that bell. And then you'll know when we come on exactly. And then for all of you out there that don't have Thursdays to give up to us, you can check us out everywhere you get your podcast drip. Every Monday, They Call Us Breeze. We're out here, episode 96, like we said. And what's the opposite of 96?
69, dudes!
That's right, guys. And it's time, once again, now, we're going to do Bre'llionaire tonight. And normally we do Bre'llionaire every 3 weeks. Well, the powers that be have come down upon us, and they have said that is too much. They want a little bit more of our personalities. So we are now being pushed to doing Bre'llionaire once a month, starting right now. So you will hear another Bre'llionaire in 4 weeks. And in about 2 weeks, you'll hear Tune In, Tune Out, and you'll hear Tune In, Tune Out every 4 weeks. So our producers are trying to put a little bit more breeze in the podcast, which we don't like. We don't want to be on the microphone.
Well, the good thing is our producer's flying out tonight, so we can do whatever the hell we want for the next few days.
But yeah, so a little bit of change in structure on how
She will be back next week.
A little bit of change in structure on how Bre'llionaire and Tune In, Tune Out go for the next, the unforeseeable future. But we're going to have fun anyway. And, Dad, it's time for another edition
Let's go, man.
of They
Let's
Call
win
Us the
some
Breeze.
money.
I want to know, are y'all out there ready? Everybody out there ready? There they are. Our beautiful fan base, guys.
Sounds like they're ready.
Sounds like they're fucking ready to me. Sounds like it's time for another edition of They Call Us the Breeze. Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire.
I do.
This
I want
one
my
for
checks.
May 25th. He's hooting and hollering and doing his job, and he's answering all the questions like a big fat slob. No, I'm sorry, you're not a big fat slob. I just couldn't figure out anything to rhyme. But we all know how this works. You will have 10 questions, Mike. Each one is worth $100,000. If you get all 10 questions correct, you are a Bre'llionaire. You will have 3 lifelines per usual. Tonight you have a 50-50, and then you can lean on our co-host Ryan, the beautiful one.
Don't lean on me. You
can lean on Ryan twice if you need to. So you have a total of 3 lifelines for 10 questions. Seems a little unbalanced to me, but you got to do what you got to do. And every question is good, but each question is harder still. Mike, are you ready?
Go for it.
All right, let's do it, guys. Time to do Mike Wants to Be a Bre'llionaire. Here we go. What is this? I got a fire ant crawling on my fucking hand.
Do you have
right
anything you want to plug? Any sponsorships before we go? I mean, you've been...
Yeah, we'd like to send a shout out to Miller Lite.
Don't say Bud Light. I was about to say, don't say Bud Light.
God, thank God. I was holding my breath there.
All right, here we
We're
go,
good.
guys. First question up for you tonight,
Mountain
Mike.
Dew.
Here we go. The Statue of Liberty
It's
was
in
a
New
gift.
York from a French guy.
Where did it go?
From which country? Was it A, Italy, B, England, C, France, or D, Germany?
France.
Oui, oui.
Dad's going to say France right out the bat. He is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
Oui, oui, monsieur.
$100,000 on the board already. All right, Mike. Pretty easy first question, but they are harder still. Here we go. Second question. Here we go. Who was not a member of the Three Amigos? Was it Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, John Belushi,
John Belushi.
or Martin Short?
John Belushi.
He's going to say John Belushi off the bat.
Is there a certain category on this?
Doesn't matter. He gets it. Mike gets it. John Belushi.
There's no theme, right?
No,
'Cause
it's
sometimes
a
we
mixed
play
bag.
themes.
No,
Okay.
we haven't played a theme in a long time. All right, question number 3, Mike. Here we go. When did Milton Bradley debut the game Twister? Was it in 1950, 1966, 1978, or 1989? Remember, you still have 3 lifelines, 50-50, and calling on Ryan twice. 1950, 1966, 1978, or 1989? What are your thoughts?
1966.
He's going to say 66 right off the rip. Is he right, ladies and gentlemen? He is right for $300,000. He is already up to $300,000, ladies and gentlemen. Way to go, Mike. Very quick tonight. I like that.
Wait.
All right. What?
Can I sidebar for like
Well, I knew
40,
it wasn't in the
45 seconds?
70s or 80s.
I was about to say the 50s is a little too vulgar to be playing that game.
Well, truth be told, in
Well,
66 when they tried...
1950, he said.
yeah, the
1950.
50s was
Yeah.
probably like too vulgar to be
If it was
like,
58 or
To
9.
be honest, though, I'm glad you brought that point up because even in 66, a lot of their people were saying they were
You
going to
can't,
call it.
like, do
well,
that,
they were
man.
originally supposed to call it pretzel, which is what it was called. And then someone was like, "No, let's call it Twister." And in '66, a lot of kickback were
Oh.
like, "No, we can't have the kids getting all sexually tangled up."
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
so there was still some kickback in '66 on that one. But Dad gets the question. He is up $300,000. Mike, you want to take that, or you want to keep going?
Roll it.
He says, "Roll it." Here we go. Which type of doctor do you see for your feet? Is it A, a dermatologist? B,
Depends what's wrong.
B, a urologist? C, a podiatrist? Or D, a neurologist?
Uranus. And you're crazy if you think it's
We're
a
not doing
neurologist.
astrology.
It's a podiatrist.
He's going to go podiatrist. Is he right, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes, he is. He is right for $400,000. Way to go, Mike. But the questions get harder still, my friend. Here we go. Question number 5 for $500,000. Remember, you still have 3 lifelines. Which of these is not one of the original 3 Nicktoons?
3 what?
Nickelodeon cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Now, when Nickelodeon started, they bought up a lot of Canadian cartoons that pre-existed. But which of these is not one of the 3 original Nicktoons that they came up with? Back when, Nickelodeon, long time ago. Rugrats, Doug, Ren and Stimpy, or SpongeBob SquarePants? So which one would be the latest out of the 4? Would it be Rugrats,
Well,
Doug?
Ren and Stimpy I can't see on the Nickelodeon channel.
Well, they're all on Nickelodeon.
Oh, they all are.
One of them is later than the 3. Which one came after the original 3? Was it Rugrats, Doug, Ren and Stimpy, or SpongeBob SquarePants? You can use Ryan twice, and you have a 50-50.
I'll use Ryan this time.
He's going to go with Ryan on
I'm
this one.
wanting to say which one's the latest one.
Yeah.
My guess would be like, it's either Ren and Stimpy or probably SpongeBob.
But you're going to go with Ryan?
But I'm going to go with Ryan.
Ryan, what do you think?
You know what? I want to be original, but I'm going to be the 4th. I'm SpongeBob SquarePants.
That is right. Ryan gets it. Son,
Did you know
SpongeBob
that for
SquarePants.
sure?
Ren and Stimpy was like the number 1.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
the 3 came out like literally the same year or
That
2.
slime documentary, the Nickelodeon slime
Oh, that was a good
documentary,
one.
I
Yeah,
recommend
it's a good one.
everyone to watch it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Dad's down to 2 lifelines with Ryan
Had it
left
not
in
been
the
for
wings
that.
and still another 50-50. But either way, they collectively got the $500,000 question correct. You want to take $500,000? You want to keep going, Mike?
Keep going.
All right, he's going to keep going. Which city hosts the largest museum in the U.S.? Is it A, Houston, B, Washington, D.C., C, New York City, or D, Chicago?
When you say
50-50.
museum,
Or Ryan?
are you like an art museum or any kind of museum?
Largest museum in the U.S.
Chicago.
Houston, Washington, D.C., New York City, or Chicago?
I'm thinking
You can,
Well,
you have a 50-50.
we went to Chicago. That was pretty big, but
It's pretty big. Yeah, pretty big.
New
have a
York,
50-50,
you wouldn't have.
and you have Ryan.
New York, I don't know, would have the same amount
think
of
about,
space.
Think about the movies that have come out. Night at the Museum.
Or, Washington, D.C.'s got a lot of big museums. Smithsonian's probably the biggest,
But
right?
that's a campus, not necessarily one museum. That's a whole campus they measure that by.
Okay, I'll go with Ryan again.
I'm going to say it has to be New York City because that's where literally Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller, if Hollywood's going to
Now, to be fair, they did go into the Smithsonian the second or third movie.
Yeah, but they began in the New York's museum.
So you're going to say New York?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I think
Ryan got it.
Chicago's just like art.
Well,
Like,
yeah, we went to that museum. Remember, we were fucking around going,
yeah.
ooh, ooh, ah, ah. We were doing that whole thing. We
Yeah.
were fucking around.
While we're passing Basquiat's and Warhols, and I had
And
no
you
idea.
had no idea.
Back in the day, I'm like,
I was like, I'm bored.
get me back there.
Me and Ryan were there. Oh, he about fell over on his fucking stool. He got so excited.
It's shaking, bro. I swear, dude.
No, it's yeah.
Put your feet on the bottom thing.
Well, weld it better in the corners. Yeah,
Now
no.
she's eating my clams casino.
Now she's eating my clams. No, that bench is definitely like, yeah, just stay on the
Just
front
a
of that.
fat ass.
Yeah, fucking lose some weight, dickhead. All right, well,
It's two.
again with Ryan, 2 in a row, you get $600,000. Are you ready to go
We're going to
forth?
have to bring some cinder blocks in here to
You only have one lifeline left, and you have
four.
4 questions left, Mike. You going to stop at 600? Or you going to keep going?
Go.
All right, he says go, like he always does. All right, here we go. Which type of cloud is formed by jet aircraft exhaust? Is it stratus, altostratus, contrail, or cumulus?
Contrail.
He immediately starts shaking his
Yeah,
head. Is
I
he
was
right,
gonna
ladies
say.
and gentlemen?
It's ice particles. Because
At that altitude with cold weather, it freezes.
35,000 feet, that it's like 40 degrees below up there.
So it
and
freezes
then that's
immediately up
3,000
there.
degrees coming out of that jet engine.
I had a feeling you might know it. Well, either way, he gets the question for $700,000. Way to go, Mike. All right, next question we have up for you. Still have 50-50 on your line. Three questions left. Which of these states does not have a Six Flags theme park? Which of these states does not have a Six Flags theme park? Is it New York, Georgia,
Georgia has one.
Illinois,
Has one. We went.
Louisiana?
New York and Louisiana. Let's see. Louisiana, New York. Would New York have one? Six Flags. I'd say does not. I'd say New York.
You're going to say does not New York.
I'm going to say Louisiana because those are. I'm going to say that Six Flags started in the southern states and then they added Illinois.
Yeah, some cheap entertainment for sure.
Not Disney quality, but, it's still
So
good.
I'd say New York does not have one.
You would say New York does not have one?
True.
Final answer?
Oh, no way.
Louisiana,
Long
huh?
Island? What the fuck?
Louisiana. No, you've got think about greater New York. You've got Albany. You've got places that are rural. It's
Still.
a big state, and Louisiana is too damn close to the coastline. So,
Yeah, but still,
and
I
plus-
wouldn't think that
well,
they would
what-
draw enough.
Well,
I think Georgia had the first one.
Think about what they do. Like Georgia's the first one, probably.
Six Flags was-
Alabama might even have one. So Louisiana's close enough to get to a Six Flags. Albany, New York's big enough to where they have 2.
Oh,
in New York.
Louisiana has the Confederates flags.
Great
park.
Plains, is that New York?
Yes.
So they have one for sure. So yeah, Louisiana does not, ladies and gentlemen. Well, hey, you win
What's the
some, you
last
lose
two?
some. You won the last one, so it's
And
only
you're a
logical.
majority shareholder in Six Flags.
What's the last
How do you
two?
not know
All right,
that?
well, I might as well give it to you. Last couple questions we have for you. What year was Florida granted statehood in the U.S.? Was it 1922? Was it 1936? Was it 1945? Or was it 1957? Florida.
57?
22, 36, 45, 57.
36.
You're both just over and under. It is 45.
Really? That's pretty late.
Yeah. But final question that would have been on the roster this night. Which of these famous people was not adopted? Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Dave Thomas, or Babe Ruth?
Dave Thomas was definitely adopted.
For sure.
And Steve Jobs definitely was.
Ryan's got that one for sure.
Babe Ruth. Well, I know Bill Gates was not. He was privileged. He was very privileged.
So it had to be.
Yeah, Ryan gets
Old
that
William
one.
Gates.
All right, yeah, that's it, guys. That is Mike wants to be a Brent, but great job. Anyway, great job. You did good. You got $700,000 tonight. Proud of you both. You didn't use your 50-50, so. But that is another edition of
the 2 times I was going to.
Mike wants to be a Bre'llionaire. But you did good, man. No, I'm proud of you.
Well, the 50-50, if you had eliminated the 2 that I had already eliminated, I wouldn't have still known.
Well, as you know, I usually pick one that you would eliminate and one that you wouldn't. But, either way, we tried our best. Louisiana, New York, now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Right? Knowing is half the battle, guys.
Now I know what I have to do when I get stuck in Louisiana.
You ain't going to Six Flags.
You ain't going to fucking Six Flags, that's for sure. You go down Bourbon Street, get drunk, eat some shrimp po' boys. Guys, we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
See you shortly.
We got a little bit of AirPod talk and got a little bit of Kerouac talk, so don't go anywhere. Dad, what do you say?
See you in a minute.
All right, Ryan.
Jackety Jack.
Don't come back. Well, please come back.
Kerouac.
Yeah. We'll see you guys. Bye. And let's go.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated.
Let's get drunk. All right.
Power swig.
Rock and roll.
Oh, God. It's so good once it hits your lips. Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze, episode 96, which is backwards from
69, dudes.
Yeah, we heard it already. I know. 4 episodes away from the 100 episode mark. God telling what we're going to do. But either way, we out here. We out
Russian
here in the tiger
roulette. That's
cage.
what we should do. We should do Russian roulette for the 100th episode.
Just load up Dad's gun with one bullet, his 6-shooter, and just we'll one of us might die on the.
I suggest that you should write out some.
You know
some
what?
Speeches.
Enough of this shit. You're trying to kill one of us because you did the hot sauce challenge last week, and you tried to close up my throat, and now you're trying to see. All right, that didn't work. Now
Inflation, dog.
Yeah.
One of you guys got to go.
Yeah, three mouths
I
to
hope that
feed
shit doesn't
is
eat through that bottle and go through the cabinet.
I tell you, we're out here.
I know someone else though. Eat
Guys,
through that bottle and go through the cabinet.
Make sure you're out there subscribing to the YouTube channel Tiger Cage Media, and make sure you're ringing that little bell so you get notifications whenever we come on live. And then, like I said, if you're not trapped behind your desk on Thursday afternoon, you're out there enjoying the pre-thunder. There it is.
Thunder.
Thunder and the thunder.
You be the thunder.
Lightning and the thunder. But if you're out there enjoying that shit, you might as well be enjoying it with a couple beers and a couple whiskeys and whatever the hell you or drink tequila if you need to stay awake and do some cleaning later because tequila is a natural upper. But
is that what you use to drink to clean
tequila? When I rub it on surfaces and I rub it inside my body and I get to cleaning.
Swig for a swig.
Swig. But guys, before we leave you guys tonight, we have one final segment of They Call Us the Breeze. Something I kind of it's funny. Rich and compelling. But something I kind of wanted to get to last week, and we didn't get time to it. But, Dad, as you know, you didn't hear that? What? I don't hear noises in my house. I don't hear the floors creaking. When I take this magical device out of my ears, I all of a sudden hear all the issues. I hear how loud the AC is actually being. I hear the steps I take around the toilet. Maybe my floors creak a little bit. You know, I got those old hardwood floors. But you don't hear much of this if you spend your entire life the way I do, which is, Ryan?
In your own, in the AirPod universe.
In the AirPod universe. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I spend my entire life in the AirPod universe, which might be a bad thing for my health. It might be a good thing for my health. I don't know. I don't really like people, and I need constant distractions from the voices in my head. So I wear Apple AirPods all the time. Now, a lot of studies have come up recently that say, I think it's a bad idea that the generations are doing this because we're slightly going deaf, and I can definitely attest to that. But there is one benefit of wearing AirPods or having headphones in general. And they don't have to be Apple AirPods. If you guys are out there, you want to do, the little cheap ones that they sell at Walgreens. If you want to go to Walmart and buy your $50, $60 pair of Bose earpods, which is where I started. Either way, just enrich your life. Go out and get some fucking earbuds that go into your ears so you can block out everybody else. You don't have to deal with anybody. You can go to Ryan, I know you do this. You go to the grocery store sometimes. I do it sometimes too. I'll listen to, whatever radio show I'm listening to while I'm picking out my groceries, because otherwise you got to listen to Kiss Me Under the Moony Barley. But there is a positive and a negative for every side of the story. And I just wanted to play this clip real quick. This is why earbuds are kind of essential in daily life.
God made earbuds for a reason. And if you don't have earbuds, that's your problem. Use subtitles. I don't know. I don't care. Just as long as I never have to hear any sounds emitting from that little box you carry around in your pocket. Or better yet, if you're sitting at a restaurant and you're alone. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. I'm a big proponent of, eating alone at a restaurant can be very therapeutic. But if you find yourself in that situation and you don't have earphones, and there's no way to listen to something or watch something on your phone without being a monumental jerk to everyone around you, well, have you considered the possibility that you don't need to be on your phone at all? Have you considered sitting there and eating and not doing anything else but those two things? So this was like a normal occurrence for people all throughout human history up until right now. There would be many occasions where you're just sort of like sitting somewhere and you're not doing anything else. And so then you're thinking. And that's the benefit. You can actually develop your own thoughts.
Yeah, so that's a hot take on wearing AirPods.
I want to hear Dad's take first
in general. But what the guy here is trying to say is the caveat of not owning AirPods. If you don't own AirPods or earbuds or whatever, please. I just had this the other day at work where I remember I was looking at you and I go, she's doing it. I had a table the other day.
Okay. All right. We're going to AirPod it.
One top. And I go over to greet this lady and she is on her fucking phone and she's on speakerphone and she's talking and there's like two people in the entire building. It's just at open. And she's, oh, hey, yo. It sounds like Brenda doing her thing. Yeah, blah. And then she's got her flashlight on at the same time looking at the menu. It's 4:00. It's not dark. So she's got her flashlight out on the phone. She's looking at the menu, trying to decipher what we have on the menu while talking to a person on speakerphone. There are literally two other guests in the restaurant. We all hear your conversation, ma'am. We don't need that at all. And what this guy's trying to say is, please stop the madness when you have a speakerphone call or what. You don't need to be walking through Walmart on speakerphone. You don't need to be walking through Walmart FaceTiming somebody.
Definitely don't need it in a restaurant.
If you have AirPods though, or earbuds or whatever,
exactly.
That's a different thing.
Get to go food, eat in your car, and just listen and talk to whoever
I'm just
you
saying,
need to talk
I'm
to.
so tired.
At that point,
to everybody else.
You could be 500 feet away from that spot that your guest was sitting at in her car with great AC, with whatever she wanted to do. She could have eat the same way. She could have not even had to tip gratuity. She could have saved money.
The lady was
and
very
did
sweet.
what she had to do 500 feet from where she was at.
I will amend though. The lady was very sweet once she got off the phone, but it took her forever to get off the phone. And then once we dealt with her order, she got back on the phone and she's sitting at a table at a restaurant with two other people in here.
Now,
there's just a low level of music, and all we can hear is her chat on speakerphone. And it's like, come the fuck on. Like, come on. Like,
now,
I'm not being unreasonable here. We don't want it. Nobody needs to hear it. And furthermore, it's not even for a lot of the people that do this. It's not even about the fact that they need to hear the phone call. Because if you needed to hear the phone call, you would just pick it up, right? It's like they have to be more important than everybody. And they just want their shit. They just want to be as loud as they can and broadcast themselves and their conversation, regardless of what the other person
they're
is
just
saying.
Trying to get in on your own shit.
Like
your own
trying to.
space.
They're trying to encroach and demand everyone's attention.
Yeah, it's like,
in the area.
I can't even work my job without like being put into your universe now.
I don't want to hear about your boils on your feet from Brenda. You know what I mean? I don't want Brenda talking about how she's got her boils and you got your boils.
Now,
we just don't need to hear it.
I'll say is like I do use the AirPods a lot. Okay, because and this is the one reason.
You know, I haven't played it in a while.
You asked me. All right, get off. We're on. We're gonna ask Dad about some questions.
I haven't played it in a while, but I feel like it needs to be played right here.
The most diabolical haters this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah, haters.
Let me just go ahead and get you off your AirPods. Dad, what do you think about this whole thing?
Leave your phone in your car or turn it off. Same as a movie theater. Everybody comes to the restaurant to have a nice meal and nice quiet. And it's gonna be noisy if it's packed.
Yeah,
right.
But
people
you just
want
to hear you and the person across the table from you that you're talking to. If you want to talk to people on your phone, go out to your car.
Also, like
do it before you come into a public place like that.
Yeah.
Where has it changed in the past 8 years where you need to talk to someone out loud versus in the phone? That scares me the most. For someone that's been around for 30 years on this planet, and all of a sudden you feel like you need to talk to someone out loud versus
it's
like in the phone and disturb everyone else versus not. So a big thing that
those people are narcissists. They think they're more important than everybody else.
Yeah, and let people in on some bullshit conversation that
you
guys and all you're doing
cares.
is talking about other people. And Eleanor Roosevelt has the best quote ever. Poor minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. So when you have people that are talking about other people out loud,
Mind your tongue, Professor
you are
Nerdhead.
sitting there, and that's why I wear AirPods, because, dude, when I go to check out, and if I hear someone literally say 2 rows behind me, yeah, that motherfucker told me blah, 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 blah. Well, now I obviously think about someone else that said this motherfucker, and it's like now I'm
what did that motherfucker say?
So I'm getting depressed just trying to cash out my
too much.
Public sandwich. Now I am thinking subconsciously about what this person brought up in this grocery store. She seems her energy is very bad. She's making my energy bad. So I might as well just put the AirPods in with classical music and just be on my own goddamn way.
It's an
and never have to figure that out.
It's
be
an
in my own
egregious
world.
display of self-importance.
It's just so dumb.
Is what it
and
is.
this is only the tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we are now going to be the next 15 years AirPods in, because we won't want to have to listen to what everyone else has to say. Our own universe is going to be what our universe needs to be, and we're going to butt out everyone else in the next 15 years, and it's going to be one of the most polarized United States of America that we'll see.
Well,
it's going to be unbelievable.
You've been over to the house.
I know what it's going to be.
You've been over to the house on Thursdays.
The saddest motherfucker.
You've been over to the house on Thursday evenings, and in the garage. And
I
you've
studied economics.
You've
I
heard
know
my
economics.
neighbors.
I know
My
what it's all
neighbors
about.
are ridiculous, and they party, and they're loud as shit.
Yeah, at that point,
I never hear them, because when I get home, first thing I do, grab my fucking AirPod case, put my earphones in, which fucking cancel outside noise, and I don't even know that my neighbors are having a party. But they have a party every Thursday night. When I get home from the podcast around 6-7 p.m., they're partying back there. I mean, it might as well be a family reunion every Thursday.
Dude.
And I don't hear it because I put those AirPods in. They block out any outside noise. I listen to whatever I want to listen to.
AirPods is a social status. So if you see someone with the new buds and you're like, oh, that's the cool social status, so now you strive to do that. So it's going to be basically everyone's going to be drowning everyone out, living in their own ecosystem, and then maybe taking piece and parts of what people have to say in the next 25 years. It's going to be...
Well,
but why not?
Not to frag you like a freaking noob here, but we both had the AirPods 2.
Now, dude. I
bought you a pair, and I had myself a pair, but my AirPods 2 failed. I have now the AirPods 2 Plus, and it does even more still. But there goes the opposite side of the argument. Like I said, I live in my AirPods, so I don't hear a whole lot of people talking. I don't like to hear...
You don't hear Rhonda on the phone talking about, hey, you need to pay up that child support right now. And you're like, all I want to do is cook a beautiful breakfast.
When I say I live in my fucking AirPods, I'm not talking about when I drive. You fucking idiots out there that wear fucking earbuds while you drive are idiots. You're not hearing any emergency signals. You can't hear if there's any cars screeching, honking, nothing. You're just a little bubble that rides around on a road. That's not what fucking cars are for. Cars are literally built, even if they're silent cars where the windows mask out all outside noise, they still have a little bit of room for high-pitched frequencies from emergency vehicles to come into your vehicle. You should not be driving around with your fucking earpods in. When I see you driving around with your fucking earpods in, I want to crash into your fucking car. I'm just going to say that hot take real quick. But for someone like me who lives in their AirPods outside of driving, in safety matters, a little bit, in safety matters.
Well, even walking down a city street or whatever, if a car's coming or whatever, or,
you can't hear it.
Yeah, no.
But here's the trade-off. This is the economic trade-off. Would you rather listen to classical music in your AirPods or listen to someone right behind you talk about these motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck do. We're gonna take motherfucker right, blah blah blah.
The only downside.
Would you rather the trade-off be that you listen to classical music, or would you want to hear this motherfucker for 8 blocks chirping behind you like an asshole? What's going to make you feel more happier at the end?
I wouldn't want to hear somebody chirping behind me, but however, if there was a active shooter in any kind of a building,
you wouldn't hear
large building that I was in,
that's what you have to leave the governments up to. The governments have to
we're not going to get into that right now, but
shooting.
he's right. You need to hear your fucking surroundings, right? I mean,
to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, my grocery store trips, half of them I use them, half of them I don't. But leave the car out of the equation. For the most part, if you're wearing these things, you're basically doing a service that we don't have to hear. Like, I have heard people just straight up have their phone in their pocket on loud, listening to rap music.
Talking about bullshit.
In line at the fucking Walmart.
Bullshit.
You know what I mean? Like, their phone is in their pocket, but it's on the loudest setting it can go, and they're just playing rap music. And I'm like, you don't need your own personal soundtrack.
That's
if you do,
angry music, bro.
Then put it in your fucking ears.
Like, do you think I wanted to wake up and I go to Publix and then I hear fucking rap? Like,
I listen to
bullshit.
I listen to a lot of talk radio, and some of the talk radio I listen to might not be appreciated by half the country. Do I go into the fucking grocery store and put on blah blah and blah blah and walk around? Dad knows which two names I'm saying. He already knows which two people I'm talking about. But do I go put on blah and walk around Publix with that shit blaring on my phone? No. So I don't want to hear what you have on your phone.
See, now
I don't want to hear anything.
Now they're pivoting civilians against each other. It's the craziest thing.
I'm just saying, if you're out there and you don't have a set of earbuds or fucking, I don't care. You don't have to buy Apple. You can go buy Bose for $50 from Target. You can buy the cheap $30 ones at the CVS or the gas station. I don't care. We don't need to hear.
We just hate people.
We don't need
just
to
hate
hear
our civilians around here.
We just don't need to hear your fucking conversations. And that guy brought up a good point. You don't do it out loud. And the point I also wanted to make is also protect your hearing out there, because there's a lot of stigmatism around having these things in your ears at all time. You can go deaf if you're not careful.
It's true. It's hard for me to ask, like, what'd you want, Diet Coke or regular Coke?
I can tell. I've had the same car for 5-6 years, and my radio dial goes up 1 notch every 6 months for the same song and the same radio program. So my volume dial goes up about 1 notch every 6 months. So I can tell my hearing is starting to decline. But I mean, it's a small price to pay for privacy, if I can say it like that.
Oh, yes, you can.
And then it's a small price to pay for not annoying your fellow man. You know what I mean? Let's all get on that page.
Yeah, please.
It's you. You're the reason why.
And I'm
deaf.
At the bare fucking minimum.
Don't talk on your cell phone.
If you're at a restaurant and you just sat down at a table and you see another human being who is working at that restaurant comes up to you and starts
genuinely
talking to
asking
you,
if you need something to
and
drink,
starts
or
talking to you, tell the person you're on speakerphone with, shut up, guy's coming up to the table.
Or I'll call you back in 45 minutes.
Either that, just whatever you do, don't continue to talk and let the dude stand there at your table.
Feel like an asshole idiot and feel like, oh my God, what am I actually doing? I guess,
like I said, it's been a while since I did a Haters Gonna Hate, and I'm turning that into a Haters Gonna Hate.
I'm sweaty right now, bro.
I'm a little sweaty. It's a little sweaty in here, and we're about to get some good rainstorms. And thank you to all our brothers of the past that have been bowling strikes up there for the last hour. We're ready to see some rain. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I need some good rain too. I really do, because I still have a little streak of that bird shit. I had 9 birds strategically hit the same spot on the side of my car.
I asked Remy.
Day.
I go.
Ryan pulls in next to my car.
Are they trying to show Benny a sign? What's going on, man?
These guys targeted my fucking black SUV with just white bird shit. It looked like I got Nickelodeon slime down the whole side of my car. But a good rain last night got rid of 90% of it. I'm looking for a good rain tonight to get rid of the last 10% of it. Dad, what do you think?
It's
going to happen.
There.
All right.
So. Yeah, we're going to get some. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but
it's sad. Well, like I said, that when the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes, little Garth Brooks for that ass. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here, man. We really do, because Dad's got to get Mom to the airport, and Ryan and I got to get out and get on with our Thursday. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys have had as much fun as we have out here at episode 96 of They Call Us the Breeze. We love you guys so much. Make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube. Fucking Tiger Cage Media, ring that bell. We'll be back 3 o'clock next Thursday, so don't go anywhere. And we love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
See you next week.
All right, guys.
Later.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you. Bye-bye. See ya. Good night.
Take them AirPods out.
Bye. Yeah, hang them up, charge them.